What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. So I left off the last video not exactly how I wanted to leave it off. As you guys obviously saw, I kind of messed up my brake installation. It was completely my fault and my lack of research. If I did a little more research, I would have seen it everywhere that the rear Brembo 350Z calipers don't fit on the Nissan 300ZX. For some reason, I just assumed that they would, and that's completely on me. I read that the fronts fit, and I don't know why I assumed the back would too. Now I see it everywhere that I read into it. So the only way to make the Nissan 350Z rear Brembo calipers work on a Nissan 300ZX is by literally cutting the bolt hole and re-welding it in the correct spot, and then using the 350Z calipers, which is way too much work and honestly not even worth it, because the calipers have the exact same number of pistons as the 300ZX brakes. So what I decided was I am just going to keep the rear 300ZX brakes, and I'm just gonna order the correct drilled and slotted rotors, and I'll order some new brake pads, and then I'll just call it a day. I'm not gonna put Brembo stickers or anything like that on my Nissan brakes that I have right now. I'm not really about that life. I don't want to put a Brembo sticker on there if they're not Brembo brakes. So I'm just gonna leave it as is. I think it's still gonna look great with the drilled and slotted rotors. It'll kind of go with the front. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. And if any of you want to do this brake install, now you know that don't even purchase the Nissan 350Z rear brake setup, because it will not work. I wasted about $500 getting the rear calipers, the drilled and slotted rotors, and the brake pads, which was a huge waste of money. So I'm just going to try selling those locally now to some 350Z kid who wants to buy them. But so yeah, I'm just going to buy some new drilled and slotted rotors and brake pads and keep my current brake setup in the back with the OEM calipers that I had on my Nissan 300ZX. Anyways, so now that that's out of the way, so the Nissan 350Z Brembos are awesome. The brake performance, you can feel the difference. The bigger rotor makes such a big difference for your braking, and also the drilled and slotted rotors with the brand new brake pads, they're doing good. I'm pretty sure I've completely broken them in now. I've probably put about 40-50 kilometers on this car since the new brake setup at the front. Yeah, no, they drive awesome. There's been no hiccups. Pretty happy with the upgrade so far. So I did the 350Z Brembo calipers at the front. I did drilled and slotted rotors, new brake pads, and I also did the stainless steel brake lines at the front. I didn't do the stainless steel brake lines on the rear because I didn't want to take my rear end apart after I realized I had the wrong calipers. So once I get the correct rotors and brake pads and I take apart the rear, then I'll do the stainless steel brake lines on the rear end as well. So price point wise, this was a fairly cheap upgrade to do, especially considering you can only really do the front and you can't do the rear. It's a good economical upgrade for your brakes on the Nissan 300ZX if you go with the Nissan 350Z front end for the brakes. And the performance is, I wouldn't say day and night, but it's a lot better. I actually wanted to do the Akebono brake upgrade kit, but I couldn't make it fit with my current wheel setup. So I kind of tossed that idea. I didn't want to change my wheels just for newer brakes. And these Brembos are just slightly bigger than the factory brake calipers, so they fit absolutely perfect. So I've ordered the brake pads and the rotors I need for my rear end, and as soon as I do get those, it's going to be a couple weeks, I think. As soon as I do get those, I'm going to do another video. It'll be better than the last one, and I'm going to install them on the rear end, and I'll show you guys how that looks. And also, I'm going to be going to a car show a couple weeks here, and I'm gonna record a video there too for you guys. There's not that many Z's around where I live here. I always get some pretty cool reactions when I go to car shows, so I do want to record those for you guys. It's always fun seeing people's reactions to a wide body Nissan 300ZX. Man, I love driving this car around. Like, I absolutely love driving this car around. I've driven it a fair amount this summer, and it kind of sucks that the leaves on the trees are falling. Means winter's right around the corner, and I only have probably a few more weeks of driving this thing, but I am trying to enjoy it as much as I can. I love this car. But you know, it sucks that winter's coming, but most of you already know this. My regular viewers already know this, but the only exciting thing about parking this car for the winter is going to be that next time it rolls out in the spring, it's going to have turbos. And I've been ordering stuff left and right. I have almost everything now. A couple more things to order. Man, that engine bay is going to look so nice, guys. It's going to look as good as the rest of the car, I promise. That's the last thing that needs work on this car. So I'm going to clean up that engine bay as much as I possibly can. I'm going to pull the tranny. I have a rear main seal leak I need to fix. I'm going to pull the engine. I'm going to turbo it. I have some new fuel injectors. I have new clutch. I have intercooler piping. I'm going to show you guys all that stuff. I don't want to kind of spoil it right now, but it's going to be a full overhaul on the engine bay. So I'm super stoked for that. There's going to be a lot of content coming out over the winter months. So stay tuned. Also, guys, make sure you subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet. And please share my videos with your friends. I'm almost at 1,000 subscribers. And you know, I'm not the guy to really count my subscribers and, you know, set milestones like that. But I think the first 1,000 is a pretty significant milestone, at least for me, because I didn't even think I was ever gonna get near it. And I'm pretty much at 800 subscribers right now. The only reason I want to get to 1,000 subscribers is because I want to do a 1,000 subscriber celebration or something. And honestly, I want that celebration to be me buying a new car, a new project car for the channel. You know, whether I keep it or not, I do want to buy a new car. And I think that'd be a pretty cool way to hit 1,000 subscribers. So that's on the books. I do want to buy a new car, but I want to do that when I hit 1,000 subscribers. Also, at the beginning of 2023, I released a video about my goals for this year. And one of those goals was that I wanted to see if I could hit 1,000 subscribers on this channel. So I only got 3 more months left to do it. I'm going to do my best to keep pumping out content as best as I can, quality content, but I do need your guys' help a little bit. So anyways, that's all I got for you guys today. Just a quick little update I wanted to give you. I'm gonna end off this video with a before and after of how my brakes look, so you guys can get a good look at the finished product. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for the continued support. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Stay tuned.